So South Pedlar Park is right by Big Island and Glasgow, Virginia, right off the Interstate 81, and it's within driving distance of Lynchburg, Virginia. These roads actually, this is 501 North. I used to live up here, and I would ride my motorcycles through here. If you actually look at another video on my channel, me and some guys were doing wheelies on this bridge, so it was really good being on my old stomping grounds again. And it was exciting to take the ATV to the park because I've never been to that park before. So this was a first for me. So the first day I came out here riding, I spent pretty much a couple hours in South Pedlar, but I didn't do any recording. The first day I just took some photos, explored as many trails as I could, and I just kind of wanted to get a general sense for the park first, which is why, coming back this day I was more relaxed in my dress apparel, because at this point I already knew what to expect on the trail. Tell I really have no idea what I'm doing with this camera. I just keep you'll see the pattern. I keep holding it for a couple of seconds in different positions, just to see, like, when I'm in post, if like one shot looks better than the other. This is actually one of my favorite shots over the shoulder, and I only got it for like 3 or 4 seconds because by this point I've been holding it for 10 minutes and my arm was killing me. Puddles. Puddles are the best. I get really excited every time there's something to go splash through. It's just, they're just way more fun. The first day though, I was hitting them full speed, and then this day I was taking them a little slower. These guys were pretty cool. Bro just rolled right up, no hesitation, just straight for the puddle. And when he first got in, you could tell he was stuck upon landing. And there was just that moment where he's like, okay, this is gonna be a fun one. And that's when I pulled out the camera. So I was actually really excited because I thought that I might get to use my winch here. I walked over, this is why it's a new shot, I walked over to get my winch cable. I was going to help the guy out. And then he got out, and I was honestly like a little disappointed. Like, yay, I'm glad you got out, but, okay. That was pretty wild. Yeah, I made the mistake of going in the other day. And I'm like, nope, my bike is not built for this. So this was another one of the mud holes. South Pedlar Trail had about 4 of these scattered throughout the park. And I only ever went in one of them, and I quickly learned not to do that. But you can see here that I really want to give it a try. And I decided it's probably not for the best. Have you guys ever been to South Pedlar Park? If so, drop a comment and let me know what you thought of it. I had a lot of fun out here, and I would definitely recommend it to anyone wanting to check it out. Wait. Up here you'll see this random burned stump. They had a bunch of these solo trees that had been burned, and I don't know if maybe the Park Service was doing that or if they got struck by lightning, but it was just really interesting. There's like maybe 3 or 4 of them, and you could just tell that the entire tree had been burned down to the stump, and like it was very clearly charcoal and on fire. But it just kind of made me wonder if there's a story there. Yeah, did you hear that little evil laugh? That was just my sheer excitement at these puddles. Like, I'm just like a little kid. Every time I see a puddle, I go right for it. without fail almost every time. The first day I was just ripping through them, but today I had my nice shoes on and I didn't want to get too splashed with them. Oh, this was so this was LASSO Trail Mudhole. This was where I got stuck, but there was deer back here. Like every time I came around the corner, there was just some deer chilling. So I think this is one of their favorite spots. And the other day when I got stuck for like 20 minutes, I'm just pulling on my machine, and those deer were like 10 feet away from me, looking at me the whole time, and they were not concerned at all.
How you doing?
Hey, how's it going, man?
Well, we're just saying we're going to avoid the rocky section. We're basically headed back to, I think it's Rattlesnake Line.
Okay.
So yeah, are you going to follow us this way?
Yeah, all right.
We're basically going to be taking every right we come to.
Sounds good. Here, I thought I was going to try and follow these guys, and yeah, that didn't happen. They have like 200-pound motorcycles with like twice as tall suspension, and they were just eating up these bumps like nothing. And every time I tried to go after them, I was just taking them a little bit harder than I want, and I just realized it would be pointless for me because the guy in behind, he was the slower of the two. And even he's still dropping me. So the red is like he was out of sight the moment I got on the trail. So this is me admitting defeat and making a graceful exit. So one thing that really bummed me out was that I had been recording for, I don't know, maybe an hour and a half at the park and my battery died. One of the best parts on this trail system is the rock section. And then right after the rock crawling section, there's this huge puddle that's maybe 100 yards long. And it's just a really interesting section to drive through. And of course, I got no footage of it. So that was kind of a bummer. But I don't know, maybe next time I'm down here, I'll be able to get something for you guys. So in regards to difficulty, you never really know what you're getting into when you come to these parks. But I would say that most of these trails are probably, like say, easy, and maybe towards the back end or the north end of the park, maybe the trails became a little bit more intermediate. But for the most part, everything was really clearly marked. All the trails, I mean, you can even see in the video, there's really bright painted stripes. There's really good signs marking intersections. There's a map at every single intersection. Just a real awesome place to ride. So throughout the park, they have a lot of signage telling you to stay on the trails, but then they have these random areas that are very clearly the trail, but they were not marked, they're not on the map. I don't know if this was just people exploring or if maybe they were just a shut down trail. But of course, you know, you're out here for a day, you've already hit all the main trails, you kind of just want to see where these things go. But usually I would ride them until they just became a little bit too narrow or difficult, and then I would just turn it around because, you know, I'm out here by myself, I'm 20 miles away from my truck, and I really just don't want to get stuck or in a really bad situation. Yeah, this was a cool effect. The tiny planter, that's what they call them. But I like it because it gives a real sense of, like, this was a tight fit, and you don't always get that in the videos. So yeah, that's it for this video. Let me know what you guys think. I'm kind of new to this, so I don't really know if this video was too long, or maybe if you enjoyed the long stretches of just ride footage. But this was South Pedlar Park. It was a great trail system, and you guys, if anyone comes out here next time you're in the area, it'll be a great time. It's been fun.